Say, for hypothetical instance, that you've decided to do something incredible. You know, you're going to complete the North American Nintendo 64 library. You know, so either A, you're a collector, you know, like me, like I am, or otherwise you're an idiot, you know, like me. So you hop on your little Google machine and you go to the fantastic place that is the reselling marketplace of your choice. So you find whatever you're looking for on your little marketplace, but then you have to ask yourself one very, very important question. Before you pay some of the exorbitant prices that some of these games go for, you got to really make sure and ask the question, how do I know that I'm getting a legitimate copy? The only way to really make sure that you're getting a legitimate copy of one of these games is to actually open it up and take a look at the circuit board inside. There is a definite tell on the circuit board that lets you know, hey, this is a legitimate copy. So as you can see, here is the board. Now, I took apart my copy of NBA Jam 99, just in case something goes wrong, I'm not accidentally destroying one of my actually rare cartridges. Now, to actually get a good look at the board, now the main tell on the board that you're going to want to look for is this right here. 1996 Nintendo. The Nintendo branded cards are legitimate, as you would suspect. If it is not branded Nintendo, you probably have a fake in your collection. But what if you're not online? What if you were at a convention or went to a yard sale, or what if you are still on the internet and the douche monkey who forgot to put board pics in the listing? What do you do then? I have here my original copy of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Sadly, this is not a 1.0 version of the game, but it is a 1.1 version of the game, so I do have the controversial stuff still in this cartridge. Anyway, there are several tells that you can look at just by looking at these cartridges to see if you have an authentic piece. Now, the one thing I want to make sure to let you know about this before I really get into it is that these physical tells to the cartridges are not catch-alls. That means that reproduction cartridges can still have these tells, but authentic cartridges definitely do have these tells. So if these tells are present, then you are more likely to have an authentic cartridge. Whereas if any of these tells are not present, then you definitely have a fake. The first one is going to be the most subjective, and it is actually the feel of the cartridge. If you've ever held one of these in your hand, then you know exactly what one should feel like. And if you get a reproduction in your hand, you'll know something is off. It's a little lighter. The plastic just doesn't feel as premium, I guess. It just feels cheap. The next tell to look for is back here on the back label. There's an embossing right here. There you go, there you can see it. Somewhere in this general area on the back label. All authentic cartridges have some combination of numbers and letters embossed into the back label. It's usually 2, sometimes it's 3, but they will always be something present. The next tell that you're going to want to look for is actually in the Nintendo logo here. Let me get it close in where you can see it. The dot of the eye, you see that here? See how it's kind of a rectangle? All official cartridges have the eye dot as a rectangle. There are reproductions that will make this a circle. If it is a circle, you have a fake. Now the next tell is actually within the casing itself. You can see, you can turn it up on its end and look deep in these little crevices right here, these little imprints. You can see when you get closer, there is some lettering and some numbers raised inside of those crevices. An authentic cartridge will always have that lettering present. As you can see here on NBA Jam 99, the lettering won't always be the same, but there will always be something present. Well, there you go. There's a couple of really quick tells that you can use to see if one of these gray lumps of plastic is indeed authentic. Because as a collector, The last thing you want to do is to accidentally buy a reproduction thinking it's a real piece, because that's going to add no value to your collection and it's going to make you feel like a dumbass. Well, there you go. There's a couple of really quick 12s. Why do I keep saying 12s?